Hi everyone, I'm Miss Catherine from the Children's Room of the Worcester Public Library. I'm so excited that you're here with us today to make this delicious and healthy 5-ingredient peanut butter avocado banana shake. I got this really cool recipe from a book called The Forest Feast for Kids, which is available in the Children's Room at the Worcester Public Library. We have this book and we have a lot of other cookbooks. So make sure to go online or give us a call and we'd be happy to put some cookbooks aside for you that you can take home. If you love cooking as much as I do, you'll want to make sure to check out some of the really neat cookbooks that we have. The first thing we always want to do before we begin any of our recipes is wash our hands. So let's all take a minute now, go over to your sink, wash your hands, and I'll meet you back here in a minute. Don't forget to scrub those hands. Okay, great job. Does everyone have nice clean hands now? Okay, so I'm gonna flip open my cookbook to the recipe that we're making today, and here's a picture of it. It's our peanut butter avocado shake. And the first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I have all of the ingredients that we're going to need for today. So we're going to need 2 bananas, 1, 2. We're going to need a half of a ripe avocado. This is a whole avocado. I'm going to show you how to cut it. It says ripe in the recipe, so how do you tell if an avocado is ripe? If it's rock hard, it's not ripe. If when you push it a little bit with your fingers, it feels a little bit soft, that means that it's ripe. We also need almond milk today. If you don't drink almond milk, you don't have it in your house, but you have cow's milk or oat milk or soy milk, that's also fine to use. The recipe also calls for peanut butter, but if you don't use peanut butter in your house because you don't like it or you have an allergy, you can use any type of nut butter. And the recipe also calls for ice cubes, and I have them here in this bowl, 3 ice cubes. So the first thing that the recipe says is to peel our bananas. So I'm peeling my first banana, and then it says to break it into bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to do that just like this. Break it into bite-sized pieces. All right, so that's the first banana. Now I'm taking the second banana and I'm peeling it. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can pause this video anytime, okay? And take your time. There's no rush at all when you're making a recipe. I'm just breaking my second banana into bite-sized pieces. And then I'm going to take a towel to just clean off my hands, and I'm going to read the next part of the recipe. The next part of the recipe calls for half of a ripe avocado. Here's my avocado. Now I am going to be working with a knife at this point. So you want to make sure whenever you're working with a knife, you have an adult with you so that you don't hurt yourself. So make sure you have an adult with you. You're going to take your avocado and put it on the board, and you're going to cut across the middle just like this. And I'm just going around in a circle till I'm right back to where I started cutting. And let me show you how this looks. Our avocado is going to come apart just like that. Easy peasy, okay? Now this recipe only wants half an avocado, so I'm going to save that other half for later. You could put that other avocado in a salad. You could make guacamole. Okay, but let's just stick with this half of an avocado. So I'm going to take my spoon and I'm going to go around on the outside of the inner part of the avocado. Okay, so you're going to go around just like this. And what you're doing is you're detaching that yummy middle part of the avocado from the outside that you don't want to eat, okay? And look, it just popped out just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take the avocado, and just like I did with the bananas, I'm going to cut it into smaller little bite-sized pieces, because when we blend this all together, it just makes it a little bit easier for the blender to blend when they're in smaller pieces. All right, now we want a 1 1/4 cup of almond milk. So my blender is here. I want to make sure that it's on nice and tight. And again, when you're using a blender, it does have a blade, so you want to make sure that you have an adult with you cooking this recipe. I'm going to open up my almond milk. I have my measuring cups here with me. I have a 1 cup measuring cup, and I have a 1/4 cup measuring cup. And I'm going to very slowly and very carefully pour my almond milk till it gets to the top. And then I'm just going to put it right in the blender. You know what? If you spill, that's okay. Sometimes that's part of cooking, is spilling, right? Okay, now I'm going to take my 1/4 cup and I'm going to put it almost to the top. Not quite, because I spill a lot. Okay, now I'm going to put it right in my blender. So now we have our almond milk in there. Now I'm going to see what the recipe says next. 3 ice cubes. Okay, so I have my 3 ice cubes here in the bowl. I'm going to take them in 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what's next? 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Here's my tablespoon. Here's my peanut butter. Okay. Oh, I love peanut butter. It's so yummy. Okay. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon. Ooh, nice. Right into my blender. And then I'm going to do my 2nd tablespoon right into the blender. And if you want to lick the tablespoon to get the last of the peanut butter off, that's okay with me. Okay. Now, we have to take our banana. We're going to put the banana in the blender. The 2 bananas that we cut up. We're going to take the half of the avocado that we cut up and put that into the blender. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my hands with my towel. It's always nice to have a towel with you if your hands get sticky. If you get peanut butter and banana and avocado all over your hands, give them a wash. I'm going to make sure that my blender is plugged in because that always helps for the blender to actually blend. And I'm going to take the top and I'm going to make sure that the top's on nice and snug. And then I'm going to turn it on. So let me get all this stuff out of the way so you can see what it looks like when it's going to blend. It's very loud. Now I want to give a look and see. I still see a piece of avocado, so I'm going to blend a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to see how it looks. Ooh, it looks really, really good. Whoops. Okay, here's my glass. I'm going to take the bottom part off of the blender. Oops, it's locked in here, so just be very careful when you're taking it out. Okay, I'm going to take out the part that blended it. So make sure you have an adult help you because that part's very sharp. I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it right into my glass. I'm going to take a recyclable straw here, put it in, and here you have your delicious, nutritious, 5-ingredient peanut butter banana avocado shake. Thank you so much for making this with me today. Don't forget to check out all the really neat cookbooks that we have available at the library. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone.